everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're new. Hi, I'm Mand. If you're new around here, I cover all things tarot and oracle related. Well, all things. I cover tarot and oracle decks. I also do sometimes spiritual videos, sometimes occasionally. I haven't in a very long time, paranormal. But today, as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to talk about some books that I'm super excited to share with you guys. You probably can tell already by the title. But if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I'd love to have you here. I'm really looking forward to kind of growing this community and getting to know more of you, and it's just, I love being part of this. But yeah, hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload. I'm trying my best now this year to get like 2 videos up every week, so fingers crossed that that continues to go my way. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you love books. Let me know in the comments below, what books. Are you a fiction person? Do you like reading more informational? This is kind of a mixture of both, except one is a journal, one is a novel, and another is kind of like it was so cheap. It was so cheap. And then the other are kind of like that witchy spiritual aspect of stuff, which is what my channel is about. But also, I just want to say, bear with me, because at Christmas, my brother was my Secret Santa. So we do Secret Santa now in our house. And he got me this stand. It's a DJI Osmo mobile stand thingy. Look, technology is not my thing. Everything is basic with me. If I can do basic, that suits me fine. But yeah, I'm getting used to it. It's super cool. It's super fun to use. I feel really fancy. Like real proper, you know, that kind of way. It's really cool, so I do appreciate it. And yeah, it's great. It's just amazing to have like such supportive family members, because I know this isn't everybody's cup of tea, talking on camera and whatnot. But yeah, so bear with me. But yes, at Christmas I was gifted a book. So we do Christmas Eve boxes, bags, whatever you want to call it. And my mom gifted me this book, which is funny because I got another book from the same kind of series. This is the spiritual side, witchy, whatever you want to call it. And I had gotten one before, a couple of weeks before on Christmas, when we were doing Christmas shopping, and I seen this book and I was like, oh my god. And Jamie, so those of you that don't know, Jamie is my partner, he was like, you have to get this book, it's like really cool. So it's totally out of what I normally read and look into. I was like, you know what, you're right, it's like super cute and it's really pretty, so I had to get it. Like, I mean, who's to argue with their partner when they're like saying you need to get that? Not me. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 books in that series. I have a journal and I have a like novel, and then I want to show you this first. This is just kind of like a quick mention. So first of all, because I know people are going to ask, hopefully, where did I get them? So to save you that hassle, I got these in a shop called The Works. I believe they're actually originally from the UK, but we have one here in Ireland. I'm pretty sure there's probably more over Ireland, but there's one not that far from me. I say not that far, it's still about like 45 minute drive or something like that for me to go to. So it's not like I can just pop into my local town and just get these. But I know they do online as well. I haven't tried to because I did and it didn't work. Anyway, look, we have book depository and all that kind of stuff, so I'm pretty sure you probably can find them there. So the first thing I want to mention, it's so cute, it's the ultimate guide to Animal Crossing New Horizons. This was only €2, like, and it's 100% unofficial. Okay, so like it's not actually I believe tied in with Nintendo or anything like that, but it's so cute. It has like, especially because last year I was spoiled absolutely rotten, there's no denying that. But Jamie got me a Nintendo Switch last year, and I've been wanting, I had been like debating whether I was going to get one or not, but I couldn't justify the money. It's the Switch Lite, and I really want to play Animal Crossing. I played it since it was on like the Nintendo DS, and I still have all those, and I just love them. I devour them. I think they're great. I could spend like ages. I wish I had more time sometimes to play it, but I love it. I absolutely, let me know, do you play Animal Crossing as well? Are you gamers or like what? Well, sorry, but this book is so stinking cute. Even though there's like loads of information online, and there's like loads of videos. It's just nice to have like a physical book just to flick through. So it has like bugs and the different fish, and like, sorry, making bells, and then like, oh, the different wands. And I think, did I see here that, like, I haven't looked through everything, so terraforming IDs, like, how fun is that? Just, there's just loads of, like, you've like the different kind of, like, you've goth core and big city, and it's just, it's really fun. And it was only €2, and I had to get it. I just had to get it. So the next book is the novel, and then we'll get into like the witchy books and stuff. This is that, now I've seen this author being hyped up so much on BookTok. It's a lot. It is a lot. So what really got me back into reading again, because I've always loved books, was Sarah J. Maas, A Court of Thorns and Roses. That's super hard when you have an Irish accent. But yes, oh my god, I'm on the last one. Is it A Court of Silver Flames or something like that? It's Nesta and Cassian's story. Oh wow, like, chef's kiss. Cannot wait to get more of her books. I've actually ordered the second one of her Crescent City, so that's exciting, and I can't wait to start that. And I haven't actually read Throne of Glass yet, but I intend to at some stage. But anyway, that's not the author. That's the author that got me back into reading. Who I'm talking about is Colleen Hoover. Everybody has been talking about it. So I'm not one that normally follows the trend, and I was reading some of the synopses at the back of the books because they had them in the works, and I was like, it's not really my thing. But then I seen this one, Verity, and a lot of people were talking about it, and it's actually a thriller that will keep you up all night, and a twist that will leave you reeling. So that's the back. So if you want to pause it and read it, it looks amazing. It looks pretty good, to be honest. I'm excited to eventually. I mean, it doesn't look like it's super massive words. Like, you know, the print isn't the print. The print isn't too small. So I'm excited. I reckon you could get this read in like a day, 2 days, depending on your time. But you'd easily read this in a weekend if you had time. So I'm excited. Let me know. Have you read this book? Is it any good? Did I just waste my money? I'm only messing. It was only a couple of euros anyway, so it's like, it's not that big of a deal. I really like this petal finish. I love that. Reminds me of the card stock of the Dark Mansion. I just love that finish, a rose petal finish. So yeah. Oh, there you go. The TikTok sensation with over 200,000 5-star reviews. So there seems to be like mixed reactions. I seen there was some, I don't know. TikTok confuses me sometimes, and just, yeah, that TikTok is a whole different ballgame, to be honest. Even though I know I post videos occasionally, and I do love flicking through it. I could spend hours doing that, but anyway, that's not the point. So it wasn't, I seen it on TikTok, but I know there's a YouTuber that I follow that actually recommended this book before. So I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. I will let you guys know. Right, witchy books, let's talk about it because I'm super excited. So one I'm actually, I already finished, like completely finished. But the first one I want to talk about is the Manifestation Journal. So this is the one journal that I got. I'm trying not to buy too many, even though like I make journals as well. But anyway, this is Achieve Your Potential and Create the Reality That You Desire. Or create the reality you desire. And this seems like so cool. Like, it's just super pretty. I love manifesting. I love the law of attraction. Like, there's the introduction. I mean, the pictures in this alone are stunning. Like, I love that. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. So then you have your, that's just a stunning quote, manifesting goals. And then you have like a page for affirmations. Excuse me. Manifesting small stuff, which is really, really cool. And bedtime manifesting ritual. let me show you. Don't let me just be sitting here looking at it. So there's just this whole chunky little book of like goodness, and I'm excited to try it out, get stuck in. I mean, you have nothing to lose. So what really sparked this video was actually, I put it up on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, why not? You should. We have a lot of fun over there. There's like a most amazing community there. I love everyone that I've come across. I've made some amazing friends there too. So I was asking, did people want to see like book reviews or book recommendations? I can't remember which one. I literally posted it this morning and I can't remember. But anyway, hopefully I'll have the post made before I made this video. So it's no spoilers. But this is the book that I actually got in my Christmas Eve bag. And this is The Herbal Magic by Aurora Kane. It's a handbook of natural spells, charms and potions. Now, herbs wouldn't be kind of what I would have naturally drawn to, right? So it's not something that I had thought about incorporating into my practice until I read this book. Now it's a hardback. I think these were only like $7.50 or something, but I did check online and you can get these in Book Depository. So if I think of it, I'll try and link them below if I remember it. But these books are so, they're basic. There's nothing in depth. There's not like a whole load of not knowledge. I don't want to say that's not right. As in there's just enough to digest, right? It's not totally complex, and it's not, you're not going to be sitting there having to read the page 2 or 3 times for it to kind of sink in. This is definitely a fabulous book that you can like just refer back to. So plant the seed and grow your magic. I love that. So that's the back. If you want to pause and read it, that's totally fine. But what I really loved about this is, first of all, the stunning pictures. It's so pretty. It's so nice. But you have like herbal magic, cultivating herbal magic in your life, herbal magic lore. So you've goddesses, trees and fairies. And then you have a whole section on like all the different herbs. And that's only in this one. So like you have gathering your magical herbal bounty, right? So there's just enough to kind of get you started. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you just have this magic, the Magic Within Dictionary of Herbs, Plants and Flowers. Sorry. And I thought these were just super interesting. I mean, I literally devoured this book over Christmas. I was having so much fun with it. Like, I love the way it's laid out. So like you have basil, and then you have like the planet, and then the day of the week, and the zodiac sign, and the element, and then the energy. So whether it's masculine or feminine. And that is just, I just love that, right? And then it has like a little bit about the herb or the flower, and then its magical properties, and then suggested uses. And then it has like these little spells, you can say, or affirmations, whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it. So I loved it. I devoured it. I thought it was absolutely amazing. Really liked it. Definitely a 5-star for me, 100%. Next one I want to talk about, it's actually the one I'm currently reading right now, and it's the one that Jamie was like, you have to get. So who was I to argue with him? It's Fairy Magic by the same, I'm just looking here. Okay, so 3 of them are by Aurora Kane. I'm not the best, but this is the book. How magical. Like, even if you didn't read it and you just kept it on your bookshelf, like, this. But it's a handbook of enchanting spells, charms and rituals. Now, I don't really work with fairies or the fae or elementals or anything like that. I have a basic, very basic understanding, because here in Ireland, the stories I was told anyway, or the stories I heard, were like, you don't really mess with the fae, okay? You don't, you know, there's a whole story about the banshee, and she's a fairy, and if you hear her wail, somebody close, or her screaming, somebody close to you will die. So there's that whole thing about it, right? And there's a lot of superstition, especially around like fairy forts. I think I've covered videos here like years ago about the superstitions around or beliefs around fairies. here in Ireland, and they're definitely just not to be messed with. And even reading this book so far, and I mean, there's what, how many pages? 171 pages. I'm on page 66. Like, she definitely mentions that don't disrespect the fairies, okay? There has to be, like, you know, they're not the easiest to work with, and I have a whole lot of thoughts. If you guys are interested in a more, like, kind of maybe in-depth view of my opinion on this book, I love it. I think it's amazing. I'll show you some of the some of the pictures. I mean, look at that front page. Look at the little squirrel. It's adorable. I mean, just, it makes reading these books fun, right? Because it's not chock full of, like, information that you have to try and ram into your brain going, oh, I have to learn this and I have to, you know. You actually don't. You can just enjoy reading this, and if you don't remember something, you can just flick back and look at it. You know, it's just, these are so pretty. Like, she covers, excuse me, different types of fairies. She even covers the banshee, and then you have changeling, and then deva, elf, dwarf, gnomes, goblins, pixies, salamanders, sealies, sulkies, kelpie, will-o'-the-wisp. Like, you get the idea, right? It's just, there's so much information, and it just covers, like, different fairies from different countries and different beliefs and things like that, and then, like, you've nature fairies and making the fairies acquaintance and working with them, and then she covers, like, different the classic fairies, right, or fairy classes. Fairy classes and things like that. So I'm actually on household and helper fairies. So that's, I mean, look at this little house. It's so cute. So yeah, I'm loving this. It's so cool. It's very interesting read. I'm definitely, like, super interested. Because again, like I said, the fae isn't something that I would normally, or the fairy, I know there's, like, lots of different words here. It's not something I would normally kind of lean towards, because I guess in some way there's, like, kind of that fear. You don't want to annoy the fairies or kind of piss them off, because, you know, they can be a little temperamental, and, you know, I can understand, right? People are being disrespectful to you. Yeah, I'd be temperamental too. But I want to get a better understanding of it, because from reading so far, once you do become, like, acquainted with them and their energy and things like that, they're beautiful beings to be working with. So I'm hoping to remove kind of that fear around fairies, fae, elementals and things like that, just to have the knowledge of it, right? So that, you know, I mean, here in Ireland I've covered fairy forts. It's like, you know, don't step into a fairy fort if you're getting that feeling. Well, you shouldn't anyway. There's this whole story about them building a road here in Ireland. I could go off on a tangent, but I won't. You can look it up. It was some motorway or some road they were trying to build here in Ireland, and they were told not to because there was a fairy fort, and they went ahead, and it didn't work out. They had no luck for it. Okay, so you can call it superstitions. I know I have, but it didn't work out for them. It didn't play out well. So the next one is Moon Magic, and this is by the same author, A Handbook of Lunar Cycles, Lore and Mystical Energies. Now, I haven't read this one. I had to go back to the works because I wanted to get the rest of the series, but they only had 2. So I was a little bit gutted because I didn't want to get, I'm pretty sure they had more, but look, here I am. It doesn't matter. I can get them online when I'm ready. So that's the back of it. And this is really cool because sorry lads, my chair is really squeaky. I love the inside. I love working with the moon. I've really got into working with the moon with the last 2 years now. I wouldn't say I know everything. I still mix up certain phases. Like, I know new moon and full moon. The rest I'm still kind of learning. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I must take a sip of water because talking just, so sorry about that. Trust me to try and take a drink on camera, and, like, have an absolute coughing fit. So this is super interesting. Now, I have read Moonology, and I read that a couple of years ago. To be honest, I should probably read it again, but I found it very, very intense. Fabulous information, but super intense and kind of hard for my brain to digest, because I can be quite a visual person, right? So sometimes I literally need like a picture of what it is you're trying to show us. So I love the way they have the new moon, waxing, waning first. Sorry, these are the waxing, and then you have waning and full moon and things like that on the other side. So it's really cool. And then you just have like intention setting, which is like super interesting. And I love the fact that they incorporated crystals, because if you don't know, I mean, I think most of us know at this stage, excuse me, I adore crystals. I mean, excuse me, my desk here alone has several crystals that I work with. I mean, I think one of my favorites is my strawberry quartz. This is Berry. She's beautiful. We love her. I also have like an amethyst. That's another gorgeous piece. I have lots of pieces of amethyst, and I have one beautiful chunky piece of amethyst. I'm not going to pick her up because she's a couple of kgs. She's a stunner. But I was gifted that for my birthday last year. I'm not going to lie, I cried. So anyway, so you have crystals and gemstones. And moon magic, so that's cool. I love moonstone, and it has like really, you know what, I'm looking here, like they're easily obtained crystals, like tiger's eye green jade, moonstone's pretty easy to get, selenite, clear quartz is just a great crystal to have in substitute of other crystals, right? And then it also has moldavite. How are the people that worked with moldavite doing? Because I know it was a huge thing on TikTok there, like last year or the year before. I mean, everybody was getting moldavite. It was so popular. I stayed away from that because I'm like, I have enough here that does enough. You have candles and moon magic, and it's just a fun book. It looks like such a fun book, right? You've like moon circles and blue moon rituals. Sorry, let me go back. So you've all these, and it's a nice chunky, but just enough. And like they just look really nice. And then the last one, and I promise you, I'm done talking. Here's me like, oh, I'll make it really super short and quick. It's probably still like 25 minutes of a talk. Is the Book of Shadows, a journal. This is a journal, actually, a journal / book. I didn't realise that when I picked it up. I seen it and I was like, yeah, I need it. This is by Anastasia Greywolf? Anastasia? Anyway, how stunning does that look? Like, seriously, it's so witchy. I love that. It's just, oh. Not that you need this, like, you know what I mean? I didn't really need this. Now, to be honest, I haven't really flicked through these. Like, you get this how to use the journal, which is a good start. I love this, like the difference between magic and magic. So magic with just a C and a magic with K. And the difference between rituals, and then you have more colors. Oh, herbs and crystals. What else? Like you have an anointing blend here that you can make. That's cool. Okay. That is really cool. Can you see? Oh my god. I can't see when I'm showing you. So there's just like different things and you can fill it in. Okay, one second. Let me find something here. Okay, right. So you have courage jar. So if you want to make the courage jar, you can write it down. You can make your notes here. And did it work? Did it not work? Results. Modifications. How did you change it? And then it's like, what things or people cause you to be fearful? What power do they have over you? And you can journal about that. Or what are 3 things you can do more courageous this week, and what are 3 steps you can take to become stronger? Then you have a courage charm. Oh my god, this is so, wow, this is really nice. You have quite a lot in here. Peace, harmony and protection ritual. we could all do with that, couldn't we? So I think this is lovely for like, if you're a beginner, you kind of want to try out some things like a house protection ritual. Okay, I'm going to hop off soon because I can't talk. Like, how cute. It's like working with crystals and things. Like, that seems so fun. It looks so good. But yeah, that is it. They're all my books. Thank you for sticking around and listening to me go off on tangents. I could talk about books forever because I really love them. But like, look at them. I have every intention of getting the rest in the series, to be honest. I never said the publication. It's Wellfleet Press. Yeah, I've never heard of them. I'm super impressed. There's, I think, did they say there's like 11 books? But there's also journals included with this as well. So I think you can get like a herbal journal. There's a goddess one, superstitions, not magic. There's a few more. I think there's one on witchcraft and stuff. So I'm going to definitely pick up a few more. I'll let you guys know how I get on with these so far. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you hanging around. And I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And I will chat to you all real soon.